Hello and welcome back to the cozy workshop of Arvania Constructions. I'm Lee and today I'm gonna make something pretty cool. This video is about Forge of the Cosmos, a collaborative world-building game developed by Lo-Fi Workshop. But let's start at the beginning. What is this game and how does it even work? Well, the game aims to create a world and have fun doing so. The goal of the game is to build a world with other participants using your individual creative talents. It all starts with defining the framework of the world to be created together. Everyone writes down 2 rough points about what they imagine the world to be like. Subsequently, everyone puts forward their points sequentially, and either their suggestion is added to the list or rejected by the entire group. If you are unlucky, it will be voted out by one person using the V token. But most of the time, you were quite lucky. Based on this, you then roll your d6 and get the corresponding specifications for your values. For example, I had the values 4, 5 and 3. This corresponds to creatures, current and average. And oh, look at these nice artworks. Yeah, these are the ones I made. But of course, these other ones are also fantastic. In my opinion, this game increases creativity, and it really is fun to come up with new ideas with others so that something big is created. And today I'm part of building this world. Together with a few others we have developed a unique science fantasy world, and I'm excited to bring one of its creatures to life. Here's a brief overview of the world we did come up with. These people all have different styles and approaches to the crafting process, so be sure to check out each other's videos as well. Today I'm going to introduce you to one of its fascinating inhabitants, so sit back and relax as I'm bringing one tiny part of this huge world to life. After I've put all the individual parts of this world on one side of my sketchbook, it is now time for the actual creation. But before I start crafting, I have to plan out my idea. And I thought about a few creatures, but I finally decided on this one. In this world, they live old crab-like aliens, which inspired me to make an insect. So I started designing a mantis-looking creature. It has a mushroom-like head, but we'll get to that later. For this project, I'll be using some of my favorite materials: polymer clay, aluminium wire, and a few trusty sculpting tools. I'll be using Fimo clay, which is perfect for capturing fine details. But first, I will need to create an armature to provide structure. I start by making an armature using aluminium wire. This will form the basic skeleton of the sculpture, giving it strength and flexibility. Next, I wrap the armature with aluminium foil. This helps bulk out the body and provides a surface for the clay to adhere to. It also saves a lot of clay, which, in most cases, is expensive. So I started placing individual pieces of clay onto the aluminium frame. And then I added some eyes. Between the layers of clay, I tend to bake the sculpture for a few minutes. This allows you to work on a sculpture without undoing the previous steps. Using various sculpting tools, I begin detailing the creature, but mostly I used my bare hands. For the feelers, I used a thin wire. The ends were covered in clay and blended together seamlessly. I proceeded with the breastplate, which is pretty close to that of a dragon. The legs are made of the same wire I used for the body. Unfortunately, that's where the mistake lies. I should have used something more stable. Hopefully, that won't happen next time. To attach the legs, I poked 6 holes into the body, 3 on each side, through which I pushed a wire. The legs get attached and blended seamlessly with some more clay added. Next, I blend the neck with the breastplate and add the individual subdivisions of the tail. Here's the creature fully sculpted and ready for baking, and after baking, we'll move on to painting to really bring it to life. It took some baking before adding even more and more clay, but in the end the legs are not as supportive as they should be. I felt like I needed to switch clays, so I got out the airdry clay which I made my alien friend with, if you remember. The polymer clay was just weird that day, and I couldn't get to grips with spreading it out neatly or getting it smooth. With this air drying clay, it was much easier. Now I would like to talk a little bit about this exciting inhabitant. The Sporeclaw. Habitat and camouflage. The Fungomantia mediocris, colloquially known as the Sporeclaw, lives in the diverse environments of the ancient forest. This forest, teeming with life, is characterized by its towering trees and rugged, rocky terrain. The Sporeclaw inhabits areas near large rocks and caves, utilizing these features for both shelter and camouflage. The rocky outcrops and thick canopy provide ample shade, while the sunlit clearings offer a contrasting environment for it to bask in the warmth. This adaptability allows the Sporeclaw to choose its habitat based on its needs, making it a master of camouflage and survival in its diverse surroundings. Its natural camouflage with an imitative mushroom head enables it to blend seamlessly with the forest floor while being partially buried. When the sunlight filters through the canopy, creating warm spots on the forest floor, the Sporeclaw uses the warmth to regain energy after being buried in a chilly soil. Shady patches are often found near large rocks and the entrances to caves, which provide shelter when needed but allow access to the warmth it craves. Appearance and behavior. As per the laws of nature, everything serves a particular purpose. The mushrooms make it easy for the Sporeclaw to camouflage itself. The Sporeclaw is typically observed partially submerged in the forest floor, concealing itself with fallen leaves and the nearby fungi as its head bears the resemblance of a mushroom. Despite its size comparable to a deer or a small horse, the Sporeclaw is remarkably adept at remaining unseen. Hunting and defense. The Sporeclaw's primary defense and hunting strategies involve hiding. These exceptionally fascinating animals dig shallow pits and wait in ambush. Its camouflage helps it avoid predators and surprise prey, primarily consisting of smaller forest dwellers attracted to the mushroom it mimics. When an unsuspecting creature approaches, the Sporeclaw springs from its hiding spot with surprising speed and precision. The forest, flora and fauna. The forest is a vibrant ecosystem filled with diverse plant and animal life. The plants of the forest are lush and plenty, but not just flowers grow there. Mushrooms are also very common. The forest floor is covered in wonderful colors, thanks to the variety of flowers, fungi, and mosses that grow in abundance. Particularly noteworthy are the yellow flowers that dominate the rocky surroundings near the caves. These yellow flowers, along with a profusion of mushrooms, create a unique and striking landscape. And for that reason, this specific area of the forest is designated as the Sporeclaw's habitat. Ecological role. The forest ecology is intricate, with each element serving a purpose. The Sporeclaw plays a critical role in controlling the population of smaller herbivores, while the mushrooms help decompose organic matter, enriching the soil. The yellow flowers are part of this cycle, thriving in a nutrient-rich, rocky soil near the caves, which in turn attracts smaller insects that serve as food for the nearby frogs. The Yellow Robe People. Origins and culture. In this particular forest, there are also the so-called Yellow Robe People. The Yellow Robe People, known for their distinctive attire, are believed to have settled in the forest after discovering a crashed space station. This space station, bright yellow and abandoned for years and years, became a focal point to their community. Contrary to the superstitions held by others, the Yellow Robe People are intelligent and resourceful, dedicating themselves to studying the technology within the station. Living conditions. Their camp is a blend of rustic and technological elements, consisting of tents and makeshift shelters near the space station. The largest tent serves as a research hub filled with salvaged equipment and artifacts from the station. They see the station as a divine gift, a relic to be revered and understood. This belief is symbolized by their yellow clothing, worn as a tribute to the station's color. Interactions with others. Despite their wisdom, the Yellow Robe People are shunned by the wider population, who view them with suspicion and fear due to the radiation myths. Parents often shield their children's eyes to prevent them from seeing the yellow-robed individuals, reinforcing the stigma. However, those who dare to interact with them find a community rich in knowledge and technological prowess. The Sporeclaw's role. The Yellow Robe People have developed a deep understanding and respect for the Sporeclaw. Over time, they observe the Sporeclaw's behavior and learn to coexist with it, recognizing the creature's importance in the forest ecosystem. This relationship is built on mutual respect and a shared need to survive in the challenging environment of the forest. Some have even formed bonds with individual Sporeclaws, using them as mounts and guardians. The Sporeclaw has a unique vision due to its faceted eyes, which perceive the color yellow as soothing and calming. This affinity for yellow makes it easy for these two parties to align. The presence of the yellow color in their clothing and environment makes the Sporeclaw more at ease and less likely to perceive them as a threat. While the Yellow Robe People are aware of the Sporeclaw's preference for yellow, they incorporate the color into their surroundings to foster a peaceful coexistence. This shared affinity for yellow strengthens the bond between them and makes interactions more harmonious. Mysteries of the space station. The space station itself is a source of endless fascination and speculation. Covered in moss and vines, it stands as a silent testament to an ancient and advanced civilization. The Yellow people believe it holds the key to their future, and their research is driven by a desire to unlock its secrets. They meticulously catalog every artifact and piece of technology they find, hoping to revive the station and uncover its origins. Cultural impact. The Yellow Robe people's presence and integration with the forest and its creatures has created a unique cultural enclave. They have rituals and festivals celebrating their technological heritage, and their stories often feature the Sporeclaw as both protector and guide. Despite their isolation, they remain a vital part of the forest's living tapestry, embodying the intersection of ancient technology and natural wonder. Picture this: you're deep in an ancient forest, and suddenly a creature that looks like a cross between a crab and a mantis with a mushroom cap head appears. How would you react? Personally, I would try to befriend it. The Sporeclaw has this incredible ability to blend into its surroundings. Pretty handy, right? Especially if you are trying to avoid becoming someone's dinner. What would you name this wonderful creature? Or do you have any ideas for other unique creatures that could inhabit this world? I would love to hear your ideas in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more crafting adventures. And you can always comment on what you would like to see next. But until next time, see you soon.